In the making. We have been very lucky that we have an institution that has been able to produce some of the finest Hufaz in the valley. Most of them are young, and one of the brothers who did his graduation a little later. But we have the resources that we can produce such fine young students who can go on and lead our communities. Most of the Hufaz who have graduated, they have continued to serve communities in different parts of the country, in California and locally. And it is considered as something of pride among students that they do such a fine job. I must say that without your support and your commitment to this madrasa and masjid, that would have never been possible. And I want to thank you on behalf of the board and the teachers who support this masjid. Thank you. Today we have, alhamdulillah, 2 Hufaz students who have completed the whole recitation of Quran in record time. And with the help of our able teachers, they were able to memorize it and complete their project. These things are not easy to manage. As you can see, that there are not many institutions in the whole West Coast which have day scholars. And our madrasa is especially unique in the sense that most of the madrasas are boarding schools, in which the students have to spend the night and day. But alhamdulillah, we have found a way, with the help of our teachers, that we are able to maintain their school. They continue their secular education as well as their Quranic education. And not only that, we also emphasize on the etiquettes, cleanliness, some physical education. Like we have Quranic classes, we have sewing classes for the females, and some cooking. Although it is really hard to manage all these things in such a small resources, but alhamdulillah, with your support, we have been able to do so. So let me introduce you these 2 brilliant students who we are proud of. And in the last graduation, the female Hafizah students were doing well, and we have really changed the landscape with having 2 additional Hufaz. The boys are winning again. So it's a challenge to the Hafizah students to pick up the speed. So the first student is Talha Abid. He's mashallah, 11th grade student who is A grade student in his school and has done very well in his regular education as well. And he will, inshallah, complete his Quranic recitation, the last lesson in front of you. The second student is Ali. He's very well known to our masjid, especially because of his beautiful azan recitation. He always enjoys doing so, and most of us, we know him well. So I will request Talha Abid now to complete his last lesson with Imam Sahib. And the way it was done in the time of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, that Hazrat Jibreel ﷺ sat together next to him, and he completed the last lesson.
تخفوه يحاسبكم به الله
فيغفر لمن يشاء ويعذب من يشاء والله على كل شيء قدير.
فيغفر لمن يشاء ويعذب من يشاء والله على كل شيء قدير.
آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون.
آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون.
كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله.
كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله.
لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا.
لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا.
غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير.
غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير.
لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت.
لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت.
ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا.
ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا.
ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا.
ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا.
ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين.
ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين.
صدق الله العظيم.
صدق الله العظيم.
Takbir.
Allah.
I'll request Abid to go and present his flowers to his mother. As you know, this is not a one-person job. And mothers and fathers are really the pivotal in the completion of Quran. When I asked Talha as to who was Talha enjoys biryani and he wants to be a pediatrician. So if you'd like to say a few words.
Well, I didn't prepare anything, so may Allah grant you barak Allah in what you have memorized so far and help you work with it in your dunya, inshallah.
Thank you. Now I'll request Takbir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Talha Abid. I am standing before you today as the Hifz of Quran, alhamdulillah. I couldn't have reached this position without a lot of help, and I would like to take this time to thank all those who were involved in helping me memorizing the Quran. First, I would like to thank my mother for her moral support and putting a lot of effort to drive me 6 days a week to masjid, and my father for his mental support and encouragement. I would like to thank the board for organizing the masjid and keeping it running. And I would like to give a big thanks to Hifz Muhammad, Sheikh Alif, Hifz Ahmed, Hifz Farah, Hifz Adil, Hifz Muqman, Hifz Ghufran, Hifz Ibrahim al-Hassan, Hifz Mu'min and Osama Shakur, Sheikh Arif, Sheikh al-Bashir, and Hifz Hassan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward all of them, for they have taught me, helped me, and led me to finish memorizing the Quran. And a special thanks to Hifz Muhammad and Hifz Hassan, since they have taught me the most and have helped me the longest. And last but not least, I would like to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for accepting my prayers and making all of this possible. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakallah khair. The brothers can please come toward the left.